Welcome to our Spiritual Awakening Guidance Series. Be sure to watch the whole video as we talk about some spiritual awakening steps.
This series is an introduction to our spiritual healing and personal development courses.
And make sure that you catch all the videos just like Pokemon in this series in the link below for all the juicy spiritual awakening tips.
Wherever you are in your journey, we are here to help.
And if you're just getting to know us,
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
I'm ZenMedAcademy.com,
home of our intuitive awakening community and Zen Ed Academy.
As you come on, let us know where you are watching from.
And if you got any questions, drop them in the comments.
There is a lot of conflicting information out there around the steps of spiritual awakening. Probably because it is a non-linear process that shows up differently for everyone. But there are some common patterns we want to talk about today, so let's get started.
Let's talk about spiritual awakening and the dark night of the soul. Most often, spiritual awakening sparks off a dark night of the soul, but sometimes a dark night of the soul sparks off the spiritual awakening. Sometimes the dark night of the soul happens somewhere in the sandwich of the spiritual awakening and nobody brought mustard.
Yeah. Regardless of context, there was something big that started the ball rolling. So let's outline some common features and you can see for yourself what you have experienced.
For this video today, let's just use the dark night of a soul as a jumping off point, even though it can happen at different stages.
The dark night of the soul is an existential crisis. When your idea of what life should be shatters. Depression, anxiety, and grief are the players here. You can't unsee what you now see.
Yep, trying to jump back into that matrix just isn't gonna work. If you don't give up, at some point, the sun shines through and you emerge from the cave into the light of a whole new world. You now have hope that you can live happy if you can just adjust your lens of the world to create a new vision of life that fits this new truth.
Yes, you don't have a blueprint for what that life looks like yet. Okay, this is uncharted territory. So you start your spiritual education. You have to find what works for you and build your spiritual stamina.
As you start to create that blueprint, you will have resistance and inner conflict as you question your sanity. Here is where you may feel the most overwhelmed as your ego battles to bring back that old worldview and plug yourself back into that matrix.
Don't do it. If you succeed in this epic battle, you will get to the next step, which is a full spiritual pivot and realignment of your life. Overhaul. You clean house now that you know what you want. But be warned, this can be a new trauma because with that realignment, some old friends will up and leave the party. You probably did not ask them to leave, they just left. This will be a test to see if you are really committed to your new, more authentic self.
This next step is one that sneaks up on a lot of people in the spiritual community. The ego didn't actually transform in that battle to keep the old world. It just did a quick costume change and became a spiritual ego. Still there, just dressed different.
Now you start complaining like some spiritual drama diva, okay? That people are just too toxic for you, or you are such an old soul that knows so much more than everyone else, and you are here to save everyone.
Or that you just don't belong here. You are actually a far more advanced alien being than the rest of us mere mortals.
You may also spiritual bypass your way out of ever working on your big fat spiritual ego and love and light, an unbreachable force field that hides all your shadows that you don't have the guts to face.
You might say things like, fear is an illusion, even though you're terrified inside. And that love and light is all that is. Therefore, giving yourself a huge get out of jail free card and escaping negative emotions, or so you think. And just plain and simple being unwilling to deal with your shadow self.
If you can get over yourself and let down the walls to your shadows, you will finally be able to ground into a deeper phase of mysticism, where you embody the light instead of sprinkling it around like horse manure. There's a difference.
Yeah. At this point, now you are ready to find your tribe, to truly walk the path and find your purpose as a healer without the ego whose head kept getting stuck in the door of the sweat lodge.
Ouch.
That's the steps for today. Don't forget to catch all the videos in this series using the link below to get a better understanding of your spiritual awakening.
In the next episode, we're going to talk about what happens after spiritual awakening.
Boom. And if you've gotten something valuable today and you want more, you might be interested in our free Intuitive Awakening community, where we specialize in helping awakening empaths, intuitives, and psychics step into confidence and clarity.
If you are ready to level up beyond that, you can check out our metaphysical school and community, Zen Ed Academy.
Check out the links in the description and see if it resonates for you. Since you guys have watched this far, be sure to check out the goodies we got for you. There's a link in the description below if you like this video.
Hit the like button.
Hit it hard. And if you want to see more videos like
Be
this,
sure to subscribe.
videos like this, and spank that naughty bell to turn notifications on
You're the first to know.
when we drop a new video.
Or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource. The fact that you guys have chosen to spend that with us, we absolutely honor and appreciate that. But more importantly, that you are here to level up your life, your mind, and your skills, and take everything to a whole new level. We honor and appreciate that even more. If you want more, be sure to binge on one of our other videos. Matter of fact, all of them. There's links in the description. There's links all over here. Go watch those videos. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.